Hello, fans! Today is an interesting day for matches. Will there be a sensation in the Champions League and several matches of the English Football League Cup? First of all, let's look at the results and analyze yesterday's matches and my predictions for the result. The match turned out to be quite close. Both teams fought more in the center of the field than creating chances near the goal. Udinese tried to put pressure through set pieces, and Verona responded with counterattacks. I assumed that this match would end in a 1-1 draw, and that's exactly what happened. The teams showed a fairly even game. Udinese created pressure through the flanks, and Verona responded with quick counterattacks. As a result, both teams realized their chances and parted ways peacefully. Here, my prediction was 100% correct. Athletic traditionally performed well at home, created pressure, and eventually put pressure on Rayo. There were several good moments where the hosts could have scored more. I predicted 2-1. That is, a victory for Athletic with a mandatory goal from Rayo. In the end, Rayo never broke through the Basque defense. The prediction was correct. Athletic won, but the difference was that the guests were left without a goal. This match turned out to be more open than I expected. The young AZ really looked good and even scored. But Gambor turned out to be more experienced and better realized their chances. The game was quite cautious. Both sides created chances, but it was Gambor who took his chance at the end of the match. I predicted a victory for young AZ with a score of 1-0, but the reality turned out to be different. Gambor snatched the victory 0-1. Here, I was close in terms of the minimum difference in the score, but the victory went to the guests. Sevilla are currently going through a difficult time, and it was evident on the pitch. The team controlled the ball a lot, but without sharpness. Getafe, on the other hand, took their chance and scored a sensational 3 points away. My prediction was 2-1 in favor of Sevilla, but Getafe surprised, a 1-2 victory. The hosts had control of the ball and created chances, but Getafe played well on counterattacks and punished for defensive mistakes. My prediction was mirror. I believed in Sevilla, but the result turned out in favor of the guests. A very interesting game. It was a real thriller. Goals moment after moment, and in the end, the Reds snatched victory. Here, I predicted 1-2 in favor of Liverpool and was very close. In the end, 2-3. I almost guessed the prediction, although the score turned out to be even more effective. Over the past day, quite good results are expected, but there is still something to strive for. Now we will look at a selection of matches that will be tonight. The matches are interesting, intriguing, and I am interested in sharing my vision of the result. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel and like the video so as not to miss the release of interesting videos. So, let's start. Paphos, Cyprus. Red Star Belgrade, Serbia. The first meeting of these teams was a real sensation. Paphos beat the Serbian Giants 2-1 on their own field. It was a historic match for the Cypriot club because for the first time they came so close to the group stage of the Champions League. But Red Star Belgrade is a team with vast experience in European competitions and the support of the passionate Serbian stands. In Belgrade, Paphos will face a real test to withstand the intense pressure and prove that the victory in the first game was not a coincidence. Red Star Belgrade is, of course, the favorite, but Paphos has already proven that it can play boldly and effectively. I think the match will be intense, but the Serbs have every chance of winning at home. I predict a 1-1 draw. The first game ended 0-5 in favor of Bude Glimt. Sturm Graz has the support of the homestands, but Bude Glimt is a team that has repeatedly surprised in European Cups, especially with its attacking football. The Austrians have few chances to reach the group stage, but there is such a rule, never say never. Attempts to rehabilitate on their own field will be visible from the first minutes of the match. Open football with goals from both sides is expected. My prediction is 3-1 in favor of the Austrians. And now some classic English football. Wolverhampton versus West Ham. Wolverhampton are always dangerous at home, but West Ham are a more experienced team, used to playing in a tight schedule. Both teams are unlikely to field their full starting lineups as they have Premier League matches ahead. I think it will be an even game. Wolverhampton will go through to the next round, but with a minimal advantage. I think the score will be 1-0. In the next video, we will see how close we were with the analysis of the matches. Thank you for watching my video to the end. If you liked it, then like this video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the next interesting analysis of the matches. Happy watching of the matches to everyone!